Hello there. This is Jeff Phillips at Accounting Fly. I hope you're having a great day. This is Meet This Firm. So we are going to be talking to an exciting, rapidly growing firm out of Colorado called Catching Clouds. You can learn more about Catching Clouds and Scott Scharf, my guest, on their Accounting Fly profile. You can search for Denver, Colorado, and you find them. They're in the suburb called Parker, Colorado. What are these videos? Well, Accounting Fly's goal is to teach high-performing early career accountants about the places you should want to work at and the places you shouldn't want to work at, whether that's industry, public accounting, government, across the board, and what to be looking for. And when we find firms that we get really excited about, we want to shoot these Meet This Firm videos. And today we are really excited about Catching Clouds. So I want to welcome in partner, owner of Catching Clouds, Scott Scharf. Scott, thank you for being here.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So we're excited to learn about Catching Clouds. We found one of the reasons we wanted to talk about Catching Clouds was you guys are a remote firm. We're going to talk about that. You are results focused. In fact, you deploy results only work environment, and I'm really excited to talk about that. You guys are just innovators. You're big technology enthusiasts, and I want to talk about that. And you're going to talk about you're a new firm. You're a new model of firm, and this is the kind of firm that our audience really gets excited about learning about. So we have a lot to learn from you. Scott, give me a headline on yourself and just what Catching Clouds is all about too, please.
All right. So I'm actually a long time, 30 plus year IT geek. So I've worked on computers for pretty much my whole life, including when they were very large, and have worked from small companies and systems integrators up to global multinational companies as the subject matter expert and doing a ton of other things. But I've always been focused on solving problems with technology. That's really my passion, is solving technology with problems. If you had told me I would own an accounting firm, I would have boggled my mind. Now, the reason I'm doing that is my partner, who's my wife, is an MBA and a CPA, very much an entrepreneur as well. And we kept talking about what can we do together. And about 5 or 6 years ago, the accounting technology and the cloud started happening, and we started seeing things really come together. And she called me from a conference, from this leader conference, when she went alone. I've gone quite a few years. After every session, she called me and said, "Oh my God, it's here. We can do this, this, and this for our clients. We can collaborate better. We can do all these great things." And we got very excited about it. And so we continue to be part of that cloud accounting group that's leading the world and trying to be on the bleeding edge as advisors and subject matter experts on both cloud accounting and, in our case, specifically e-commerce.
Why is the cloud important for owning and running an accounting firm, and why is it specifically important in the success of your firm? Talk about the cloud.
Oh wow, we couldn't run our business without the cloud. In our case, we're not only doing cloud accounting, but we're focused specifically on our niche, which is e-commerce businesses. Okay, these are businesses that are already in the cloud. All their data and transactions, the money they're generating is in the cloud. We can get access to their bank feeds and data and their merchant processing. With everything being in the cloud, then we can collaborate with them and support our clients that are both international and in the US, just like we are now. I have Skype conversations where I interact. We have personal relationships with our clients, including ones in very cool places like New Zealand, where we're going to go visit them in person. But the idea is we can interact and still have those personal connections. But with the cloud, it means we're not chasing them down for 100 statements. Okay, we can dynamically pull that in with great tools that we love, like HubDoc. But the biggest thing is it allows us to provide them daily updates to their accounting. They can log into their accounting 24/7, whatever time zone they're in, wherever they happen to be. We can talk to them about their information, either whether it's on chat or over video, anytime, and collaborate about their business whenever they want. Okay, and so it's all of those things, but the core is that collaboration with our clients and the fact that all of our work can be completed in real time and shared with the clients without us doing any additional work.
And do you work from an office or do you work from your home?
We work from home, and we work from wherever we are. Okay, so for the most part, our kids are in school again, so we're home. Okay, so Patty's upstairs in her office, I'm downstairs in my office. Our team that are work for us are at their offices. I think one of our virtual bookkeepers is at a MOPS, a mom's group right now for the morning. Okay, that's she can go do that and she can do the other work when they want.
So one of the things that intrigues me is that your kids are in school now, but when they're not in school, are you guys traveling and working at the same time?
Yeah, yeah, we do. I mean, there's a mix. We do go on vacations. We're building a team so that, that we trust. We're always looking for stakeholders that we trust with our clients in the business to do their work and be responsible. And so we go on vacations where we completely get downtime and we get away from our electronics and get a break. But we can go on business trips or conferences or be traveling or have a lighter vacation and we can keep tabs on our business. And that's the way we've designed it so that we're actively involved. We have our own work in the business. But the idea is that we can really work from wherever we are. I'm speaking at a conference in Kentucky next week, and I'm going to be able to work and do the conference and then do some work, and I'm there working.
Okay, so you're hiring. I know you guys are hiring virtual bookkeepers. You're hiring virtual controllers to serve your clients, and you want the best. You want strong players, obviously. But what's in it for them? Why would somebody who's perfectly happy in their controller position, or maybe they're at a big four and they want to come to you? But like, what is it about working at Catching Clouds that's great?
Ah, there's a lot. One, we have really great clients. We're helping entrepreneurs, specifically e-commerce and online businesses, succeed. Okay, you get to build relationships. We interact with our clients on a regular basis, a lot through email. Okay, it's challenging and dynamic. This is not a boring place to work, okay? I'm either mucking things up and adding new technology that you have to learn, and then it improves the productivity, okay? We're bringing on different types of businesses, from B2B e-commerce businesses to businesses in the baby industry to people that are doing drop shipping. So there's a lot of variety, and we're really on the leading edge of businesses that are out there. And then from the accounting, you get to do accounting, like actual real accounting. You get to reconcile bank accounts. You get to find where those pennies disappear. You get to interact with a team that might be virtual, some of which we get together in person, some of which we get over on video. Almost all of our internal calls internally are all over video. So you get to do what you like to do if you're an accountant, which is find where all the pennies went, balance accounts, and actually help businesses interact with them and provide that extra level of guidance. Where you're engaged. We're the accounting department for multiple e-commerce businesses. So it's challenging, it's dynamic, there's a lot to learn, and you have the flexibility to structure your work and life the way you'd like to. But it is a full-time position, and we have work that we've committed to for our clients for every day. So you can't work 3 days, 16-hour days, and then take off 5-day weekends, okay, or 4-day weekends, depending on how many days there are in the week.
Sure, it varies really. I mean,
But it depends. And then there's flexibility to travel and work wherever you happen to be.
and you are 100% comfortable with an employee working wherever they want to work as long as they're getting results and getting the job done.
Correct. We are not tracking hours, being results only. We do not track vacation time. Okay, we do not track days off. We insist that people take time off when they're getting fried or need to, whether it's a long afternoon or we have people taking off weeks of time for maternity leave. Whatever that is, it's still there. We have a team where you share your work, with other people, and we have the coverage so that you have that flexibility. You're not locked in and oh my God. And we're always looking for flexibility to the point where we'd like our people working 6 to 8 hours a day. Sorry, not a week, a day. Because then they have capacity either to work on those projects that are more complex to think about or go take a nap or read a book or whatever else. And then as we grow, we build up our client base, then we hire more people and the workload balances across everybody. And that is really important to us.
So I think about people who are in the Big Four, and in the early stages of their career, and I wouldn't be surprised if their perception is that a small firm isn't a lucrative place to work, or that I can't have the lifestyle I want, and maybe it's not even on their radar screen. And I hear what you're saying, and I get really excited about the potential at a firm like yours. But what would you tell people like that who are looking to make money but who also want a lifestyle, and maybe they're at a really large firm and this is the very first time they're hearing things about like a virtual firm, a results only work environment firm, etc. What would you say to them?
Well, there are two people. So if you're talking the younger crowd that are think, oh, I've got to pay my dues, okay, and I've got to be a staff for 4 years or 5 years, and then I'll be a manager, and then I'll be a partner, and then I can take some time off and go on sabbatical, and oh my God, you've got to slog your way through all that, okay, before you have a life. Well, you can have a life now. Okay. You might have to learn some of the basics, and some of that big four experience is really good. Okay. Because you just see so much work and you work so many hours. But you can look at these new terms, and a lot of people that are jumping and not jumping through that, I've got to wait 10 years to start my own practice, or I can wait and I really do want to live in multiple places depending on the year, whether you're chasing surfing or you're chasing skiing or whatever it is, your lifestyle is important to you. You're going to have to work hard wherever you are, but you can work for a virtual firm. So wherever you can have internet, you can get work done. And that as long as you're driving your own skills forward, you're learning better technology, and you're looking for smart ways to get things done, you can make both your own personal time more efficient as well as where you're working, and make it more fun. So that's all possible. Now, if you're talking about somebody that's a manager or partner and they're like, hey, what's next? Okay. So you have choices. You can go into industry and be a CFO or a controller or a CFO for industry and work for a single company. Maybe you might find one that either has a brand or a mission or is a nonprofit that connects with you. That's awesome. Okay. That's one of the key choices. But then you have a choice of what are you going to do for your career beyond that. Are you going to start your own accounting practice? So if you're thinking about that, you have a couple choices. The big one is you better learn what the modern practices are. The way it was done 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago isn't the way it's done now. Everything is on value pricing. You have to understand social media. You have to market. You have to blog. You have to speak. There's a lot of things you have to do. And if you really love doing that and you're ready to make that shift and you're an expert in something, then go for it. But if you're on that edge where you have the experience where you could start a business, you could find a firm like ours or a number of our peers where you can join that practice. But I would also look specifically, if you have something you're an expert in, whether it's oil and gas or whether it's e-commerce or it's services businesses or it's construction, go find an accounting firm, and not a lot of them do this, that specialize in that. Because you don't want to join and be working on a service business one day, then two restaurants, and then a construction company. The new world and our focus is we're only e-commerce, and I think the modern firms are really only focused on a specific niche. So if there's something you really like, go there. If you hate restaurants and working on all the restaurant related accounting, don't go work at a company there that does mostly restaurants. And then ask a lot of questions.
What's some of the key technologies that you guys use, the products that you use that has afforded you the ability to have this national remote niche accounting firm?
The first is Zero. We are absolutely zero bias. They are a great company and we have great relationships with the company. It is excellent technology. It's reliable and fast in the cloud. But the big thing is that they're open. They have an add-on ecosystem of well over 500 add-ons now that allow us to pull the data in and integrate so that our bookkeepers are reconciling accounts and doing smart human things, not data entry. Okay, that's one of the big changes. The next one I would have to say is HubDoc. We love HubDoc. It aggregates and pulls in all the documents from Chase and Wells Fargo and credit card statements and Verizon and Comcast, so we don't have to bug our clients. We dynamically go out to all of their vendors and merchant and pull all that data in, and we can grab it when we need it to keep all their data up to date. It's just there waiting for us. And then we have a range of cloud inventory and other tools. So we use Taxify and TaxJar for sales tax. And then we work with a range of cloud inventory solutions, whether it's Cubana or TradeGecko or Stitch Labs or Deer Systems. So we have those core in our niche. Oh, I can't forget Zen Payroll. Zen Payroll. So Zero, then Zen Payroll. Zen Payroll is phenomenal. They do all the work. Once you transfer over to them, you get a notice from the state, you email it to them or IRS, they chase down what the issue is, okay? It's easy, it's fast, and we've been on Paychex and ADP. We've been on Intuit's tools where you have to track and build reminders on when to pay quarterly payroll taxes and random forms. Zen Payroll does it all for a reasonable price. They're a great company. It's allowed us to scale our business and add more clients because of that. And that's what we look for in all of the cloud tools we work with. We also work with Bill.com for bill payments so that we remove the checkbook and our clients can be anywhere, we can be anywhere, and we can process accounts payable or accounts receivable. Those are the core.
I could sit here and ask you questions about this fascinating business that you and your wife Patty have created, and we probably will continue this conversation after we stop recording. But you guys are hiring right now, and
Yeah.
you're hiring controllers, you're
Mhm.
hiring bookkeepers, and as I understand, you want them to be somewhere in the Denver area. Do I have that right, Scott?
Yeah, for these first next couple hires, one, we want to meet with people if possible. If we can hire local and support our Colorado economy, we're happy to do that. Okay. Um, but the one of the services that we provide our clients that makes us a little bit less than virtual, but allows our business owners, our clients to be more virtual, is we provide a lockbox service. So their business mail comes here, so we can scan IRS notices and sales tax notices and everything else. And then for those clients that have clients that still send them checks, we receive those checks, we scan them, and then we deposit them in their banks. So it's a great service that totally allows our clients to be completely virtual, but it actually locks us here. So we want people here. One, we want to get together with people if possible. But we need someone while we're traveling to provide that function. And that's really the only thing. Why are we so locked if we're so virtual? Beyond that, we'll start hiring people. It doesn't mean people can travel. We'll just coordinate that the couple months that we're gone, somebody needs to be here in Colorado, and then we'll shift around. And so it's all about that flexibility. If the work's getting done and we're delivering on our promises to our clients in the smartest, most efficient way, if that's 2 hours a day, one day, great. If that's 10, it happens, but we'll find that balance between there.
Awesome. Okay, and I think next time we check in with you, if you've expanded that beyond the Denver area, you'll be sure to let us know.
Oh, absolutely.
And of course, anybody can learn more about Catching Clouds at your website, which I'm pretty sure is catchingclouds.net,
.net.
and also about your open positions and what you're looking for on your Accounting Fly profile. Super simple. They can just search for Denver, Colorado, and Accounting Fly and find you guys. So last piece, and you've already given out a lot of advice, but just if anything else has come to mind, is just a random piece of advice for CPAs who are thinking about changing jobs.
Get up to speed. If you're looking at CPAs changing jobs, go to the Slater conference, go to the AI CPA Tech Plus conferences, follow the Slater blog, look for the technology out there. Oh, look for the Facebook group Accountants, Bookkeepers, and Business Owners, ABO. Those are some of the resources where there are like-minded people that are sharing best practices and talking about things like value pricing and about technology and sharing the pitfalls and how to deal with a bad client and people that'll nudge you to fire your bad clients. So for all of those things, if you're making a shift in accounting or a CPA or whatever, look for those things, take a step back and figure out what it is you want to do and then go after it.
It's great advice. There's more out there than people are aware of, and you're proof positive of that, Scott. You and Patty. I'm excited to learn about what you guys are doing. I thank you for being a part of this. Let's check back in soon and see how Catching Clouds is doing. I know your team is growing and the company is growing, so congratulations to you. So that's going to do it for now, Scott. I'll thank you and thank our viewers for watching this, and hopefully you'll check out Catching Clouds at catchingclouds.net. Also on their Accounting Fly profile, just search for Denver and you'll find them right there. Thanks, Scott. Bye for
All
now.
right, bye-bye.